Hello, this is The Way of Fairness. My name is Stephen Childs. There were some issues going on with AA when I first got there, Alcoholics Anonymous. And I found out the first meeting was like a riot with the Christian group trying to stop the secular side of AA, where it's a 12-step program and you can choose your own higher power or you can be an atheist. Bill does argue that there's a supreme being. I don't think so. So I'm really not a good fit for the AA book. That's why I'm making my own program based on the morality. In the beginning, the psychologists said they had an idea of moral psychology for alcoholism. And the disease model was that it's a disease like diabetes and has nothing to do with morality or anything else. You just have the disease. So AA is like a combination. They say it's a disease, but then there's the moral recovery of it's kind of vague. We do things because of fear and resentment. So it's kind of like there's righteous anger and there's unrighteous anger, kind of an idea. And that's a thing. You can look into it in psychology, two kinds of anger. Like a bank robber is angry that somebody's going to get him caught. And the person that's getting their money stolen by the bank robber is angry that the bank robber's robbing the bank. So that's just a general idea of what I'm talking about. People don't go to AA for very long. They don't like it. And one of the main complaints is it's too biblical. There's too much Bible scripture used. They say atheists are welcome, but they keep teaching Bible stuff. And so that same problem is still going on that was there in the beginning. I've never heard of anybody leaving AA because the atheists are teaching atheism. But I've heard a lot of people leave AA because AA is teaching Bible stuff. So then when people leave, they'll try to switch the blame onto the person that's complaining about too much Bible, and that it always brings up a big fight in the rooms. So they'll try to blame the problem onto the ones that are criticizing what the people are teaching and doing in the meetings. They're trying to get control. They want you to give up your will to them, and they'll tell you what to do and when to do it. It's just really weird how it's similar to a guru. There's been a lot of problems with gurus too that abuse the position of power that they have. There's been notices from AA to watch for predators. Beware of predators in the meetings. When I first got there, they would read this card that said everybody has the right to their own opinion, but we don't have a right to our own facts. In other words, we don't have a right to our own truth that isn't really the truth. They don't read that anymore, and these days people have their own truth, and that means it's not true. It's like a mythological idea. Like I've talked with people that say all the religions can be true in their own place, and so there's room for all of these different beliefs, and their concept of God, the supreme being, makes all of that happen. I don't buy that. That's just a way to make an excuse for saying that it's okay to call falsehood truth. It's really kind of strange how in Revelations it talks about the Antichrist and stuff, and it's the one that says true is false and false is true. That has become the Bible itself. That's the Antichrist. Christ is the truth. Well, we evolved, and there's no supreme being. That's the kind of Christ mind I would want to have, Christ consciousness that's aligned with truth from evidence. So, the point here I'm making is that people leave AA, it doesn't work. People that really want to quit drinking have just as much success whether they go to AA or not. The effect of AA on people that really want to stop is nil. And suicide goes up. So there's more suicides for people that go to AA, and there's not any more cessation of addiction. I might have to look for the reference to that. Now that I brought it up, I'll see if I can't find it and refer to it later. But the meeting is this Zoom meeting that's at 7 p.m. Utah time. I'm looking forward to this because we're going to have it a joint recovery and support of the World Fairness Agreement meeting. And so I recommend that you read the World Fairness Agreement. It's on the website. And read the one with the introduction and the it's got 2 editions. It's got the Fairness Court at the end. It's a new idea for creating fairness in our society without going to court. The government's court system is corrupt, and there's no way to get around it. Saying that because it's the people that are administrating this judicial branch, they're like steering us toward the destruction of our Constitution. So the judicial branch isn't fair. All these appeals, this is a waste of money. It's not fair to people that are struggling for money. And anyway, that's what Fairness Court's about. It's at the end of the World Fairness Agreement with the introduction and addendum. Yep, has an addendum at the end. So, I'm told to stick to my guns and to stand up for myself. And the message I got from my higher power communication, there's a demonic side that lies, and there's a side that's truthful and really cares about me. And it might be the same one wearing demon hat, angel hat, you know. I don't know. I think it's 2 different extraterrestrial planets, the root of it. 2 different tribes, galactic tribes. Because I dreamed about it. There's a war against the ones that are trying to control planet Earth. They got lost. They got trapped. Sounds like they got trapped in a simulation. So they live vicariously through humans as their host. So I'm thinking about the heavenly host stuff in the Bible. So it's like the Bible's written for them, for those extraterrestrials, and they have an all-powerful God. And who's that all-powerful God? It's going to be the World Fairness Agreement. That's going to be their new God. Instead of some all-powerful supreme being that has no existence. We can't find it. It's like the evidence is that there's not one. So anyway, things are interesting in our area of the universe. I'm not going to lament the problems I've had at AA. I'm really glad that I have this other option happening for people that won't take 20 minutes talking, and if I take 5, they have a fit. So they're just control freaks, narcissistic control freaks. I learned that at a college class on addiction and the AA program. Typically the sponsors are narcissists and the sponsees are borderline. They use the narcissist, and that's just sickness hooking up with sickness. So integration, individuation, self-actualization, do something about the problem proactively. Unfairness is the problem. Fairness is the solution to the problem. We have to force it on the unfair people. We do that with unity and numbers and power. When we get the overwhelming power, there'll be legislation for fairness. So anyway, the Zoom meeting's coming up, and thanks for listening.